Pequot War. Major engagements. Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Raid on Block Island, August 1636. In retaliation for the killing of an English trader, John Oldham, Massachusetts Bay sent a force under John Endicott. They landed on Block Island, a Pequot ally territory, killed some Niantic men, and burned villages and crops. Endicott then sailed to a Pequot village on the mainland and repeated the destruction. Combatants. New England colonial forces against Block Islanders, Menacee tribe. Outcome. Inconclusive militarily, but a strategic provocation. This raid successfully enraged the Pequot, but failed to engage their warriors, pushing them to full-scale war against the English. Connecticut. Siege of Saybrook Fort, late 1636 to spring 1637. A prolonged state of siege around the English outpost at the mouth of the Connecticut River. Pequot warriors harassed the fort, ambushed soldiers, and killed any colonists who ventured outside. Combatants. English colonial forces against Pequot forces. Outcome. Pequot tactical victory. They successfully pinned down the English and demonstrated their power, but could not take the fort. Connecticut. Attack on Wethersfield, April 1637. A major Pequot raid on the Connecticut settlement of Wethersfield. They killed several men and women and took 2 young girls captive. Combatants. Wethersfield settlers against Pequot forces. Outcome. Pequot victory. This attack galvanized the Connecticut colonies into a more aggressive, unified military response. Connecticut. The Mystic Massacre, Battle of Mystic Fort, May 26, 1637. The decisive battle of the war. A colonial force of about 90 Englishmen, under Captain John Mason and Captain John Underhill, and over 500 Mohegan and Narragansett allies surprised the fortified Pequot village at Mystic. The English bypassed the warriors and set the village on fire, shooting anyone who tried to escape. An estimated 400 to 700 Pequot noncombatants, men, women, children, and the elderly, were killed. Combatants. Colonial and Allied forces against Pequot forces. Outcome. Decisive English and Allied victory. This act of total war broke the Pequot's spirit and military strength. Connecticut. The Pequot Swamp Fight, July 13th to 14th, 1637. Following their defeat at Mystic, the surviving Pequot, led by their sachem Sassacus, were pursued by the English and their allies. They were cornered in a swamp in modern-day Fairfield, Connecticut. After a fierce resistance, most were killed or captured. Combatants. Colonial and Allied forces against Pequot forces. Outcome. Decisive English and Allied victory. This engagement effectively destroyed the last organized Pequot fighting force. Aftermath. The Treaty of Hartford, 1638. The war ended with the Treaty of Hartford, which officially dissolved the Pequot Nation. Survivors were forbidden from using the name Pequot and were distributed as captives among the victorious Narragansett and Mohegan tribes or sold into slavery in Bermuda and the West Indies. The Pequot's land was awarded to the English colonies and their allies.